Hey, welcome back to Monster MTG. Today I'm playing best of three with Grixis control in the new format, the traditional historic format. All right, we all love it. One thing that I wish that we had was a best of three casual for historic. I'm not sure why that hasn't been implemented yet. I think that would be huge, a key, so people can practice their historic decks. I think one of the complaints that Wizards of the Coast themselves was complaining about is there weren't enough players playing historic. Well, it's because we can't practice best of three. All we can do is just play best of three, right? And ranked historic is tied to your ranked standard, which is fine, but let us practice the historic architecture, and for some reason they won't let us do that. Bass backwards. So Grixis control. I have a love-hate relationship with Grixis. It is my favorite type. Has been probably for the last year and a half, right? Throughout M19, coming into M20, with the loss of Nicol Bolas Ravager at rotation, that really hurt. That kind of sucked a lot, and a lot of people were saddened, including myself. But, we pushed forward, and Grixis is still my favorite. With that said, had some growing pains with this deck. Put it together today, trying to learn trying to learn how to best utilize it against whatever's meta now, and I keep forgetting the name of it. Historic. Trying to learn what's meta and historic, and unfortunately, there really is no meta yet, at least in Platinum. Right, a lot of people are playing just everything, and I mean everything. You're gonna see some games where it's planeswalker heavy, where it's creature heavy, where it's control heavy, where they just want to put stuff in their graveyard and get stuff out of their graveyard heavy. All those things. So how does Grixis fit in? How can we better utilize our deck to counter some of those, right? And that's going to really go into the sideboard, but let's talk about the main deck first. So for the main deck, we have 26 lands, all Grixis colors, nothing significant there. And then our two driving factors, when I initially put this deck together, our two driving factors to win this game was Nicol Bolas Dragon God and Nicol Bolas the Ravager, right? Two powerhouse planeswalkers, Ravager being a creature and then planeswalker, right? Is really what drives the win, and everything else is just control, whether it's getting rid of creatures or other planeswalkers or just countering stuff and getting stuff out of their hand. What I did not have in this deck originally was Narset. Instead, I had other removal. So I don't remember exactly what it was. I think I had I don't even remember now. Doesn't matter. It's not there anymore. So why did this hurt? So when I've been playing, at least my experience over like the last 6 hours, I've probably been playing this for 6 hours today. And then my experience is that a lot of the decks that I've been playing are really relying heavily on card draw to get card advantage, to play more cards so they don't run out. And then myself with this deck, just having more removal to either remove the creatures or the planeswalkers or what have you. I could do that, and that was working fine. But when I ran dry out of these cards, and when they were still drawn, I had no way to win, right? I wasn't able to get Nicol Bolas out in time, or like Dragon God, the Ravager I could get out in time, usually. But just having those two cards to really try to win the game wasn't working, because people were just getting more and more card draw, and I couldn't do anything about it. It was just very frustrating. So what I did was I took out a few of the removal, threw in Narset, and it made a world of difference, a huge difference. And people recognize that when you're playing someone and then all of a sudden you throw Narset down, they're like, crap, right? Now my ability to draw cards is severely limited, and I got to figure out how to deal with this. However, if you're playing against someone who doesn't rely on that at all, then you might be able to trim the Narsets, maybe just play 2 or 1, or just get rid of them completely if they're not relying on that, especially for cards that are aggro heavy and they don't care about drawing extra cards. They just want to pound you in the face. And maybe get rid of Narset, sideboard it out, and put something else in. But Narset, you know, and again, in my experience for the last several hours, I have a tendency to flood. Even with 26 lands, I have a tendency to flood. And what Narset is allowing me to do is once I get up to 5 lands or so, especially 6 lands, and I have Narset on the board, I can push the rest of the lands to the back. You just got to be careful and acknowledge that when you start really getting into your deck, especially when you're halfway through and you haven't found say, Nicol the Ravager yet, that Narset will also push that to the back. And you need these to win the game. Not always, but it helps. Okay, so other than that, we have 2 Search for Azcanta to also help us kind of search for what we're looking for. Again, if you use Search after it's flipped, you will not be able to get Nicol Bolas, and it will be pushed to the back. So be very careful about that again. 2 Cast Downs, 1 Legion's In, 2 Drown the Lochs. Drown the Loch I found to be not as significant, right? And I'm not really 100% sure this is a card that I will continue playing. And I say that just because I don't seem to use it a lot, except for maybe mid-range decks. For aggro decks, I'm not using this because unless I get rid of all their creatures first, it's not really helping me. And this is more of a late game addition, I guess, right? That's why there's only 2 of them in here, but a lot of times I find myself having this early on in the game, and it's just not very good. It's completely useless. We'll see. We'll keep evaluating and see how it works out. May take them out, may not. On the sideboard, I do find myself taking them out a lot, though. 4 Thought Erasures, of course, to thin out their hand. We already talked about Narset extensively, and I strongly recommend that you keep these in there. Cry the Carnarium for your aggro decks. For your cat decks, it works sometimes. It's just kind of hard. It is kind of hard to work. If they're playing their cats right and they're not screwing up, then it's hard to get Cry to work. Bedevils for everything. Artifacts. Several artifacts that I've had to destroy with this, right? So this is pretty important to keep in, as well as creatures, planewalkers. Nicol Ravager, really good card. It was good and popular before rotation, still good and popular now. That's why it's in this deck. Drawn from Dreams, we just have 2. We have a lot of ways to look at our deck with Search for Azcanta, with Narset, and with Drawn from Dreams. We really only need 2, and that's mostly because of the cost, right? I mean, there's a lot of aggro decks out there. We don't want to have 4 Drawn from Dreams. It's going to be really, really difficult for us to play those cards without getting beat down. However, there may be a time where you want 1 more in your sideboard and then to go ahead and throw it in your main deck. And I say that because, again, like I've run into a lot of mana issues where I'm either not getting the lands I need or where I just keep flooding out, and Drawn from Dreams would help that out a lot, and it will really, and it doesn't push your creatures back, right? So I would be able to get Nicol Ravager, unlike what Narset and Search for Azcanta does when it's flooded. So, right now my feelings is just to keep it with 2. It's not a huge deal, but it's something to think about. Ritual of Soot, again, for your aggro decks, cat decks, anything, night decks, anything like that. Vraska's Contempt. There's only 1 of. I've contemplated putting in 2. It's just the fact that it costs 4 really sucks. It really hurts a lot when you get stuck with this and you're already getting beat down by an aggro deck. Sure, you get 2 life, but it costs 4. Nicol the Dragon God. Must keep always, never sideboard this out. I only have 3 copies. I was running 4, but I found that there were a lot of aggro decks, and that when I get 2 of these in my hand for some reason or another, it's just killing me. So I cut it down to 3. Moving on the sideboard, we have 2 Duress and 2 Negate for your spell heavy decks. For your control decks, things like that, your planeswalker decks, those are really, really important. Noxious Grasp for anything green or white, and this could be aggro, this could be flash, this could be control, like your Teferi decks. Murderous RIder, really important for your aggro decks. So I found that I'm not really using the instant side of it. I'm not really destroying anything unless there's just at that point where there's just 1 creature. But I will use him against aggro decks to just push him out as a creature to get that lifelink. And as a blocker. That's really important against aggro, especially for the mono red decks running around. Ashiok. So Ashiok, I didn't have this actually in my initial build either. I had a few other different cards, and then I realized that a lot of cards, or a lot of decks are playing cards out of their graveyard, or they have cards that are allowing them to search their library for whatever XYZ card. So Ashiok has been a huge help in that. There was one game I played with Ashiok, and I ended up losing on game 3. But Ashiok was a huge help for the second game of that series that I won. Game 3, unfortunately, I lost, even though I got the guy down to like 10 cards. But it was just really unfortunate that we lost that. But you'll see the game. Unmoored Ego. So I didn't have this in there either. I had a couple other cards, and then I threw this in there because I've seen a lot of cards or a lot of decks where decks were winning based off 1 or 2 cards, 1 or 2 powerhouses. There are a lot of decks out there like that. And so for me, Unmoored Ego just became more important to, sideboard in when I recognize when a deck has 1 or 2 cards that are really important. So Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, Nexus of Fate, and then any other decks, right? So there are a lot of decks out there. When you're playing a game, try to recognize what their 2, maybe 1 to 3, big powerhouse cards are. Sideboard Unmoored Ego in if you think it's appropriate. Don't recommend it against anything aggro. Be cautious against anything mid-rangey. But anything control heavy, anything mid to late game-ish, right? You can still do it mid-game, right? Type of deck, but just be careful with it. And then put those in, take out those cards that you know that they need to win with, and then you'll be fine. Nexus of Fate decks, I'll say like every time I play a Nexus of Fate deck, and I play a lot now, Unmoored Ego is going to be in there, 100%. Also threw God-Eternal Kefnet in there. This is more for your control decks, or your decks that have a lot of creature removal. Mostly because what I try to do is get God-Eternal Kefnet out as a cannon fodder, right? So he'll come in as cannon fodder at times just so I can protect Bolas Ravager and Bolas Dragon God. But at the same time, I can, if I'm playing a mid to late game type of deck, control deck, things like that, then I can use him to deal damage, and so forth and so on. And if he gets taken out, then I can put him back in. A few cards later, I found out that he works really good against like Teferi, Hero Dominaria type decks. If it's a Nexus of Fate deck, running Hero of Dominaria, I don't know that this would be significantly impactful. I think that you need to more or less focus on getting rid of just the Planeswalkers and the cards that are generating that Nexus of Fate type deck. So again, Ashiok and Unmoored Ego, those are going to be your 2 cards for something like that. And Chandra against control decks, Chandra has been a big help throughout all of my games that I, sideboard her in. I did have 2 at one point, and I trimmed it down to 1. That's just because I haven't run into a lot of control decks. Most of the decks have been kind of a weird mix. Planeswalkers, aggro, mid-range type stuff. Not a lot of control. Surprisingly, I haven't even played Simic Flash yet. Played a few Teferi decks, and when you do, just make sure you sideboard Chandra in. If for some reason I keep playing and then there are more and more control type decks, then I'll probably sideboard in 1 more Chandra and take out like maybe a Noxious Grasp. I think 2 Noxious Grasps will be okay, and then just 1 more Chandra. But there you have it, guys. That's the deck. Had a lot of fun with it. Had a lot of aggravating games with it. And again, that was just more or less that was just due to mana issues, and then getting beat down by aggro decks when they have like 2 lands, 3 lands, and getting beat down by them is very frustrating. So you have to recognize that. And unfortunately, there's just not a lot you can do when an aggro deck does that, and you just don't have your removal. So hopefully you guys build this, you know, tweak it, make it better. And if you enjoy the content, leave that thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below on what you think, you know, and if you like this or not. And then I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Holy crap. Another I'm willing to bet is another mono red aggro. Wow, he paid $100. Oh no, it's not true because he could have got it the other way. So all right, so Legion's in here. This is my only one, unfortunately, but it's still pretty clutch. So we'll play Drowning Catacomb. Actually, you know what? We could play Thought Erasure. Let's play Thought Erasure. See what he has, because I like to get two for the Legion's End, and unfortunately, I'm not doing that. We'll get rid of Light Up Stage. Don't need that. We'll keep Drown the Loch. Pass the turn. So I mean, we still have Cast Down. I'll take care of Pyromancer. We got Legion's End for Fanatical Firebrand. Yeah. How many cards does he have in here? 1, 2. I need to get rid of Lightning Strike. So, you know what? We'll just do that. We'll 2 there. And then he'll shock me here, of course. Yep. And then we will Drown the Loch for Lightning Strike. Or, no, Pyromancer's... Oh, God, man. It's either 2 or 3. There is... I mean, it's possible I should have just... Because he can't play Lightning Strike. So let's get rid of this. Or I probably should... Yeah, because I got to save as much health now as possible. It's frustrating. Let's get rid of this. We'll Drown the Loch for whatever he plays next. Wow, he's not even playing Lightning Strike. Interesting. Whoa. Okay. Well, he's down to 1 card. Hopefully it's not a Lightning Strike. And unfortunately, I cannot attack. But let's go ahead and scry 2, see what I can get. I can use the Cry of the Carnarium. So I will do that. That's going to force him to get rid of Fanatical Firebrand on his own. Yep. We'll play that tapped and pass the turn. Okay. Oh, it's going to be ridiculous, yo. All right, I can go ahead and swing in here, I guess. I mean, I'd say that because I've Drowned the Loch. I can counter anything that he has right now because he has 5 cards in his graveyard. I don't think I'm really hurting. Thought you had me. Yes, they're Drowned the Loch, boys. What I'm talking about. Because I need it. He doesn't have anything. So let's swing in here. And it takes what, 6 mana? I forget, 6 or 7. 4, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. So I can't do that. Just in case he does draw something that's going to freaking blast me or whatever. Counter that. I need a land. Oh, actually, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right. Swing in. He doesn't have any creatures, fortunately, so we'll just draw 2 cards here. We'll play Drowned Catacomb. Of course. Of course. God, man. Mono red is such a BS deck. Alright, we need those life gains. Negate, Duress. Ugin, Scare Chandra when Dragon God. Bedevil isn't really going to help us too much unless he has Torbrand. 1 search. I don't need that. One discovery. Probably get rid of 2 discovery dispersals, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, no, Ugin's not gonna help us here. I guess mono red. So we'll get rid of. Maybe get rid of another Bedevil or Ritual of Soot. Let's get rid of Ritual of Soot. Like, he seems to be more instant and sorcery heavy, not necessarily creature heavy. So play that with Thought Erasure. What the Oh, definitely use this again. What else can we get rid of? Wait, how is he able to use Wizard's Lightning? Oh, yeah, we need that. Oh, if you control a wizard. Ha! Dude, this... I'm down. He is 2 lands, and I'm down 7 health. That is insane. Like, I can't shock myself. But yeah, that is insane. 2 lands. I am down 7 to 7 health on my turn. On his turn 4. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever. This game is ridiculous sometimes. And another lightning strike. Holy shit, yo. Like, and then, wow. 2 lands to be more answers to mono red, and there's not. That is probably the most OP match I've ever played. Like, I just got completely obliterated by turn 3. Insane, man. Oh my god. What do I do? I guess that. What is this? Oh. This adds land. Oh, it does add land. Well, unless I get a freaking sweeper, we are dead. Okay. Again, lost on my turn 4. Because, I mean, I had lands every turn. That's twice in a row I've lost on my turn 4. Well, at least I got 2 removal, or 1 2 removals. So play search. We'll play this just in case. So he's playing a Fires of Invention deck. I lost on my turn 4. He didn't even have Fires of Invention. Oh my god, dude. This game is insane. Thinking about getting rid of... I mean, I don't really need to, I guess. We'll keep this. Yeah, it's 3. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Maybe Duress would be good here. Maybe get rid of Ritual of Soot, because there's not a lot of 3 drops. I think he's using more larger creatures now. So we can just throw 2 Duress in there. So Legions, maybe get rid of Legions in and put in a Negate, and then Cry the Carnarium. I don't even know if that's even any good now. It's hard because it seems like he changed his deck up a little bit. So let's try this. I could be wrong. It may have just been that hand. He may have just not got anything that he needed. I definitely can't have Fires of Invention running out there. Like, if he got rid of all the goblins, then I should be okay. Which I'm guessing that's what he did. Yeah, this will work. This will definitely work. I'll say that. It works until it doesn't. This damn Mind Stone thing, yo. Let's get rid of that bad boy. So we'll definitely play search here. And then pass a turn. I just need him not to have a Torbrand. And if he does, that's what I have to hostage taker. Damn, another Dwarven Mine, huh? I get beat down by dwarves. Okay. So I just used Cry the Carnarium, so he did keep them. I got extremely lucky then. I mean, I really, really got extremely lucky. Like I normally don't really want. I don't know if I really want this, but it will help me scribe when I can't get anything else. We'll just graveyard it for now. mana screws me. I think in my last game too, I probably went through 4 or 5 lands were put in the back, and then I had to put more in the back after that, and at least half my lands, and I was still drawing lands. It's like, this is early in the game. It just like doesn't make any sense. Probably absorb, I guess. I don't think I'm gonna need that for some reason. Blue, white, black. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll need it. I may regret this decision. We'll see. I mean, with the cards that he had in hand, I didn't need it, so. I don't know. Let's do a little surveilling. So yeah, we'll draw that. And then we'll play... Throw out Watery Grave, pass a turn. We got the lands. I don't really want to bring Nicol Bolas out right now. How many cards does he have? Grave? Only 1. And it's mostly because of Ixalan's binding. Like, it's not really going to be beneficial. Like, I'm going to have 6 lands just so I can freaking... Well, I can't counter Ixalan's binding, though, with Teferi on board, too. So... we have to find an answer to Teferi. I mean, that'll answer Teferi. But I'm still going to wait. Because he needs cards in his graveyard. And I got time. I can play kind of the long game with this. And it's basically just trying to play around Ixalan's binding. Well, now I kind of have to. Yeah, he's just playing a freaking goddamn control deck, it looks like. Don't need that. I'm not sure why he played. Okay. Let's see here. We will get rid of this guy. And we'll play this guy. So he's got 3 cards. So, I mean, I guess Ritual of Soot will come in handy, sort of. Crap. Jesus, man. All these planeswalkers. Another, like... Holy shit, yo. Oh, go away. These fucking lands. Again, like, there's just so many... Flooding out. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've gone through 10 lands, I think. 11 lands. 11 lands. 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, I've drawn more lands, or with a couple of sent in the back. I guess we'll use this unless it gets countered. I don't know. It might. Yeah, it'll get countered. I really hate Nexus of Fate. That card should have never been made. Yep, that's game. Ooh, I got Nexus of Fate. I can fucking just auto win. So what comes out? Bum bum. Cast down. Legion's End. Cry the Carnarium. Chandra. Definitely need that bad boy. Murderous RIder. Noxious Grasp. Maybe Kefnet? I don't know. I still gotta get rid of 5 cards though. That's gonna be hard. Ritual of Soot. Those can all go away. Probably get rid of one of each of those since he has what you call it in his hand. Add a Kefnet and take away Discovery Dispersal, I think. Yeah, that should be good. Let's try this. It's kind of a anti-control-ish. It's gonna be hard to win though. Two Azcantas. Not sure why he shocked himself. Not sure why. Yeah, we need that. So, I mean, obviously he's just gonna Dobbins veto this, and that's fine. It's going bye-bye anyway. Yep. I'll play that and play Search for Azcanta. I'm still not sure why he's shocking himself. Yep, keep that. I, however, will shock myself, and we will play Kefnet. Yep. Definitely keep that. Well then, 2 Murderous RIders. Gotta love it. Alright, so Kefnet and I guess another Nicol Bolas. I mean, we could just keep playing out these 4 lands for now. Yeah, we'll keep that. So we'll play Nicol Bolas first. I'm sure it'll get countered. Yep. Seriously. Come on, man. The fuck out of here, dude. Fucking graveyard. We'll pass. Definitely taking that bad boy out. Yep, need that. Nope. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why he scoops so fast, honestly. I'm not sure. He has a lot of removal, though. Think about putting Ravager back in there. But what would I even take out for that? I mean, realistically, Bedevil, maybe? A Bedevil? No, we'll just keep this. I think it's kind of the best thing to do right now. I got the lands. I just don't... Ugh. I needed a negate or... Oh, fuck Christ. Come on, game. Oh yeah, we'll definitely play this Duress. I mean, I know it's gonna get countered, and that's fine. I mean, if we're getting counters out of his hands, I can deal with that. Nope. Oh, I really need freaking... Oh, I really need lands. I need lands. Oh, let's do this. Kaya's Wrath and settle the wreckage, really? Interesting. So, let's get that counterspell out of his hand. So I want more control over when I use Thought Erasure next. Hopefully I get to land so I can use Thought Erasure and Noxious Grasp. So this is just getting out of control right now. Like, oh my fucking god. Holy shit. Yes, a land. A land. I need to get rid of the other murders. Oh my fucking god. I mean, what do I get rid of now? Oh yeah, boys. Oh dang it! I don't know. Oh, it sucks. All right, let's get rid of it. Let's use it anyway. Ooh. Destroy non-merfolk creature. What the fuck? I'll get rid of Ixalan's Binding. Dude, no way. Come on, man. All these nut draw fucking... Oh, my God. Oh, this fucking game, bro. Ooh, this is clutch. Because I do not need that countered. That cannot be countered. And he's going to have to use all of his creature removal. Yep. Can I get rid of this fucking card one day? For the love of God. I only have one Chandra. I knew I should have put 2 in here, though. Really? We'll go Noxious of Fate. Like, when Nexus of Fate is your only card that you use that turn, you don't know what... So this leaves me with several options. Gotta get rid of Teferi. The less Teferis, the better. Of course. I don't know if I would have done that, though, with all the planeswalkers that I have. But hey, not my call. Oh, you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, motherfucker? Fuck off, dude, that bullshit. This game is such a fucking joke sometimes. Hey, another nut draw. Another nut draw. Well, at least he has to get rid of that. So I can ult Nicol Bolas and then get back. Oh my God. Um, fucking another nut draw. It's like every fucking card he has, there's an answer for something of mine. Because he gets every fucking card that he needs, man. It's so fucking annoying. Like, bro, fuck off. No. In case he gets another Discovery Dispersal, keep him Steam Vents. What do I bring back? I mean, Chandra, I guess. She'll survive. He won't. I don't really need him to, though, I guess. Let's swing in. Probably should have exiled Murderous RIders instead, or one at a time or whatnot. That might have been better. I don't know. Surprised he's not bringing anything out. He may only have counter spells. Like, no shit. So I'm probably not gonna be too awesome if I use anything here. So yeah, because I just don't want him to gain live. Shit. Yes, resolve, man. Why are you asking me to resolve? He's only used one absorb, it looks like. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Actually, let me use this one first. I think. Do I have 2 blacks? Oh yeah, land's good. All right, let's do this. He'll have to counter it. There's no way he has another counter spell. He might. Okay, yeah, he does. Jesus fuck Christ. I guess we'll just do this. Thank you, sir. Clearly, we will play this Chandra again. Oh, he scoops. He scoops. Oh, man. That was such a close game. That was a good game. Beating the a real control deck, I guess. Not my fake one. It was hard. I don't understand fucking people that play this game. No one has any goddamn consideration to actually fucking go when they're supposed to. This is not a hand I can keep. Like, I've been trying to keep 2-landers, and the game has just kind of been screwing me. But normally when I mulligan, I just get 2 lands or less anyway. So I guess we'll just keep. I mean, I really don't expect to win this game just because, like, I don't know. I really don't understand how every single game I get completely mana screwed. Like, I just flood out. I can go through half my lands in the top first 40 cards, 45 cards, or the first 20, 15 or 20 cards, and then I will still flood out. So we gotta get rid of Pelt Collector here. Well, Tapioca. Ooh, wait. Yeah, we're gonna need that 4th land. So he has only one in there. That takes cost 2. That costs 1. So I could, you know what? Let's just do Thought Erasure. I think Thought Erasure is the best. We may be able to play something good. I think Grille Spellbreaker is probably the best thing to get rid of right now. Yeah, let's get rid of Grille Spellbreaker. Definitely keeping that still. And then next turn, we can Ritual of Soot. We're going to take a lot of damage here, though. This sucks. Oof. I mean, he knows I'm running a Grixis deck. He may have been banking on me not like having like removals like this. I don't know. But now, I mean, he's pretty much dead in the water. Unless he has like another Gruul. He has Lantern Wells. Okay. So, well, we got lucky. I guess he'll discard that. Oh, he had to discard his Loch. Well, oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks. So, how many cards are here? 7? So we'll play this. We'll play Drown the Loch on his turn, and then Cry the Carnarium after. Yeah, we gotta keep this, which is fine. Then we will cry the Contempt so he doesn't get what you call it, Phoenix back. I don't know if I really want to take 4 here. I think we'll block it. Yep, definitely keep the lands so we can play Nicol Bolas now. So I'd rather just do this. So he's forced to either get a land to destroy a land or Zertal. I'll probably get rid of the land, but this keeps him from being able to attack me with more than 1 creature next turn. So I don't think there's I don't think he has any 2 drops that have hate a riot. Okay. So then there goes, yep. He doesn't have anything in hand, right? No. So graveyard that. Yep, transform. Play that. See if we can get a removal. Nope. So if I play 1, 2, 3, 4. I might be able to find a 3-drop removal. No, because it's black, red that I need, right? Yeah. Let's try. Actually, you know what? We'll just do this. We'll just do this. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. That's better. That is way better. And then we'll just play Thought Erasure. Just to surveil. Put that there, obviously. And then pass the turn. And, I mean, he has 2 lands, right? I have Nicol Bolas. Yeah, I mean, he can't really do much. So we'll get rid of Vraska's Contempt. Throw some Noxious Grasps in here. What else? Probably. No, I think 2 Noxious Grasps is good. Yeah. Vraska's Contempt. Yeah, I do want to keep that for freaking Phoenix. Oh, excuse me. I think Hostage Taker could be good here, maybe. He's more mid-rangey, but I don't know. Let's get rid of a Discovery. Get rid of. I think. Maybe 1 search. I think Hostage Taker will be good. So let's take out 1 Cry of the Carnarium. Let's try this. Probably could have taken out 1 Drown the Loch instead. Probably should have done that instead, actually. We'll see. Yeah, probably should have done that instead. We'll see what we get, though. Well, I got a couple, 3 2-drops with 2 mana, so we'll try it. Do I really need a scry right now? Not really. Don't want to lose land. So let's just do this. or lose life. And I'd have to shock myself next turn more than likely. So we'll do that. Oh, wow. I feel like he played Crawl Harpooner early. I feel like he should have probably held on to that. I don't know. We'll pass the turn here. So I need to get rid of Pelt Collector, so we'll use Cast Down on that. Still taking 6 though. That's a lot of freaking damage. Oh, so annoying. Okay, what can I do here? Not a lot, unfortunately. Just don't have the black mana. So, frick. Well, Emerald Cleave is probably more important to get rid of. God bless America. I need a black mana. Yeah, I need a black mana source. Maybe I should have just played. Maybe I should have scryed. I didn't realize I wasn't going to get more than one black land after 11 cards. Okay, so he did not get a hey, there we go. I mean, I really cannot let him. He cannot have a land right now, or we are screwed. Oh, yep, he got a land. Why would he? Oh, because he adds 2 anyway. That's why. Yeah, unfortunate. That was unfortunate. Like, again, like mana issues, man. I mean, I know I kept a 2-lander, but I had so many 2-drops it should have theoretically worked. Maybe I don't know. We'll put in another Noxious Grasp though. We'll get rid of Ritual of Soot. I don't know if Cry with Carnarium is really that great. Maybe we'll keep Ritual of Soot. Thinking about Unmoored Ego for Questing Beast, but I don't know how many Questing Beasts are actually in his deck. You know, we'll do this. I still have to keep Cry because of Phoenix. Oh, what the heck is this? all the black lands and no red ones. I've got to do something about my mana, man. This is just ridiculous. See if I can get a 2-drop out of here. Get rid of that. Oh yeah, red land. Yes, thank you. Don't need it quite yet, but we will need it next turn for sure. So I'm looking at Noxious Grasp, Pelt Collector. Guess he's gonna get a red mana maybe. Yeah. Freaking Land of War Elves. god. Why did he not bring in... What? That made no sense, dude. I mean, I know you're kind of worried about me having sweeper, but I know that's why he didn't do it. I know that's why. Like, what? No. Still got plenty of lands. He has 5 lands technically. Right now. Oh, wow. 5 lands and he scooped. Okay. I think that having a couple Ashioks would be pretty huge, and I think that having Narset would be pretty huge too. It will help me curve out my freaking land issues. There's 2 options. I'm just flooding out, and once I get up to 4 lands, dropping Narset when I have 3 lands, just waiting a turn or 2. It's going to help me thin out my deck a lot faster, and it's going to hopefully cure the problem with me flooding out consistently. I will play first, good sir. Ooh, well, no blue mana, so that's not very good. All the manas, so okay, I guess. Keep. We'll get rid of I guess one of these. I don't know. We need, yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's what I wanted to look into. Getting enchantment removals in this deck versus like a creature or whatnot. Oh boy. Okay. The only bad thing about Narset is it does push Nicol Bolas back, because since it's a creature. Well, I'm really looking for a Thought Erasure here. He's only got 1 there, so that's not going to help me too much. All right, we'll keep John the Loch, I guess. Play search for Azcanta. I guess we'll just play Nicol Bolas here. I mean, that's kind of the best thing to do right now. Draw a card, make him get rid of 1. So if we play this, we still have enough for Drown the Loch. If it's, well, 2-drop or less. Yeah, I'd like to keep that. Draw that in. Wow. I did not expect that. So Duress, Noxious Grasp, probably Chandra. We'll get rid of Ritual of Soot, Carnarium, Legions in, Cast down. Throw in some negates, God-Eternal Kefnet, so we'll get rid of one. Drown the Loch, I guess. Actually, we'll get rid of both Drown the Lochs, and then we'll throw in okay. Oh, that was unexpected. I think I'm good against aggro as long as I can get what I need. I'm good against some mid-rangey stuff, but a lot of the mid-rangey stuff and a lot of the control decks I have a very hard time struggling against for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. So this is probably a Simic Flash. Huh. So we'll play Thought Erasure. I'm guessing it's going to be countered. I mean, I don't really know. Okay, I'll play 2, I guess. It's kind of weird. So he can obviously get Teferi out next turn. I can Vraska's Contempt it. So I'm thinking maybe Nexus of Fate is the best card to get rid of. Maybe. Yeah, let's get rid of Nexus of Fate. We'll keep Dragon God. Yeah, Narset seems to be really helping against the Teferi decks. So I think we'll play Nicol Bolas here. And we'll get rid of Dominaria Teferi. I think people are not used to seeing Narset in Grixis anymore. So yeah, I mean Duress, Noxious Grasp, Ashiok, Negate, Drown the Loch comes out. Cry the Carnarium comes out. Leeches in. Cast down. Ritual of Soot. So I get to put one more card in. Probably Chandra. I mean, realistically, I could even take out one Nicol Bolas and put like an Unmoored Ego in. Yeah, let's try this. So a bit, yeah. So I'm taking out a Nicol Bolas. It's more throwing Chandra in because I gotta put damage in there somewhere. So this is not great. If I get another land, hopefully blue, I can play some of these things. Okay, I do have a blue, so I need to play this then. Do this, do Duress. Get rid of Teferi here. And then we'll just play this. We'll let that resolve. Because realistically, we just want to counter Teferi. Wow, he did not go for that at all. All right, we'll pass the turn. So, yeah, I'm not really sure why he's not. Why he's not trying to play Teferi. That doesn't make any sense. So we'll play this. We'll force him to discard. He nut draws a Prison Realm. So ideally, we want to get Ashiok out the next turn. So, yeah, we really need to get Ashiok the next turn. What? Why would you do that? Now you just got to discard. Well, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. Why does he keep saying oops, man? Stop spamming. Just play. Wow. Big oops. All right, Thought Erasure. We'll get rid of Brazen Borrower here. Keep that. I wonder if he thought that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think he's just giving up. Oh, it's funny because it's true. Oh, I need another blue land. Yeah, he's just gonna give up. Yeah. So my thoughts on this deck, is the original one that I had wasn't working, and realistically, the only key modification I needed to make it better was just to put in Narset. I think Narset is such a huge issue for a lot of people, because so many decks rely on card draw, a tremendous amount of card draw. Control decks, a lot of your aggro decks, whatever. So I think that's really helped a lot. It's really been helping me push forward and trying to win some of these games, when before I didn't have it at all. But yeah, I played a long time today with this deck, testing it after the build and seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. And there are just going to be times where I can't win, unfortunately. It's just the way the game is. And I definitely have some good matchups, right? I think this deck is strong against aggro, if you get your removal early. I think it's strong against control if you get your anti-control cards early, right? So Thought Erasure, and Narset now, right? Narset's been pretty big. So other than that, it's fun. It's a fun deck. It's just kind of frustrating to play when I keep running into so many mana issues, right? Like whether I'm not getting my blue mana, which has been a regular thing, or whether I'm just continuously opening up my initial hand, which is 2 lands in the deck. Those seem to be the reoccurring theme. It's just really weird. But if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below if you guys are playing this deck or something similar, right? Whether it's Grixis Control or maybe Grixis Knights, Grixis anything. Okay? Grixis is definitely my favorite. And I wish there was something to tweak this to make it just a little bit stronger. I don't know what that is yet. So I'm going to go through the cards, see what I can find. I'm going to go through all of them. And then hopefully I can find a couple that are just kind of like, really powerful and that are able to counter what's meta now, right? To get rid of all of those cards. So thanks again, you guys, for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.